Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Here's my watch list for the US stock market. By popular demand, I did a poll a few weeks ago. Most people said, hey, have the Nigerian watch list separate from US watch list. So here's the US watch list as well. First on my watch list is Okta because earnings will be out Tuesday after market close. The numbers I'll be looking out for, and usually the earnings call for most companies in the US, earnings call is usually a few hours after the results are out. What I would like to know, and I'm sure what most analysts would like to know, um, are can you give some color on AI revenue? Is the business environment softening? What are your clients saying? Are you seeing any kind of weak or weakening consumer demand? Are you caught up in the trade war? Where's the bulk of your revenue from? And revenue outside the US, how much is that? Do you think it will be impacted? That's a recurring theme that I've been seeing with companies operating based in the US or largely US based. So that's those are the points I'll be looking out for Okta. Okta is in the um, IG management space. Then you have Nvidia. Everybody knows Nvidia, one of the biggest stocks by market cap in the US, fairly popular stock around the world. Founder is also quite popular. Earnings will be out this week, Wednesday, after US market close. That's around 9 p.m. West African time or so. Questions people to ask: how are they navigating China? Because Nvidia has been kind of caught in between the trade war uh, with the US and China. US coming up with all sorts of bans about chips they can sell to China or export and all to China and the likes. The Nvidia CEO has had to go to China just to calm things down there. So people would like to know what are the effects of the tariffs and China on your revenue and just your outlook for the rest of the year. People would also want to know, can you give us some update, your latest chips? I think it's a Blackwell chip. We would like to know how well is it doing. I think it should be in production mode at the moment. So just generally, people would like to know what's happening in that space. If the earnings are poor, it means that very likely you could see the stock drop and you can see the broader stock market drop because Nvidia is a heavyweight stock. If it does well, it lifts the market. Does badly, depresses the market. So a lot of times analysts will simply call this week Nvidia week because of the size of this company. Then you have Sentinel One. Sentinel One is in the cybersecurity space. That's a space I pay close attention to. In my view, I think that it's somewhere, it's a sector that people have overlooked because in the whole buzz around AI, people are looking at the chip makers, people are looking at the tech giants and the likes, but nobody's looking at security because the more usage of AI you have, the more security issues will pop out, and so more cybersecurity firms will be in place. So it's the same thing. Is the business environment softening? Any info on AI revenue? Anything interesting to know around clients, products, and all that? That's what people would like to know about Sentinel One. And from my experience, cybersecurity firms tend to either pop if earnings are better than expected, or they decline sharply if earnings are expected. So um, that's a short-term momentum play, in my view. Next, you have a bunch of companies releasing earnings on Thursday, most of them from the consumer space. Foot Locker, Best Buy, Costco, Ulta Beauty, Gap. The same trend you've had like in the previous pages. Are you seeing softer consumer demand? Are you going to withdraw your outlook for the rest of the year? How much of your products are sourced from China? And are you making moves towards reducing that proportion? So that's mostly what people would like to know about these firms. I mean, they all have their different soft and strong points. And I mean, when I off my head, when I look at Ulta Beauty, for instance, beauty tends to do fairly sticky in a recession or soft economy, but whole China thing, a lot of their money revenues from outside the US. So if you have tariffs on beauty products, then they will be caught up in that. Gap, Gap pretty well. decent results I saw the last quarter. But again, same themes: tariffs, sourcing from China, weakening consumer demand. How much of that are you seeing? So it's going to be a packed Thursday as well. That's it for me. Please note that this is not trading advice or investment advice. Like I said in my previous video, as an analyst, my job is mostly to look at what's happening in the market, try to make sense of it, create reports around it. Then it's left for my user base to decide what they want to do. All this is not investment advice. So I can watch for any reason, positive, negative, curiosity. Hope you found this useful. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and have yourselves a great trading week ahead.